Hello and welcome to yet another Nemesis construction update, where today I'm going to be showing you all of the latest, including the installation of the iconic Corkscrew, plus station repainting and so much more. So join me here in Forbidden Valley for all of the latest Nemesis updates. Earlier on today, when the park was actually open, I tried to win the hashtag #SeekTheTruth Nemesis t-shirt. So editor, play some footage of me playing on the Nemesis grabber, and the editor's actually me, so Theo, play some footage of me trying to get the Nemesis t-shirt, please. There we go, it's going down. Go on. Oh, and it has let it go. Perfect shot. Oh, okay, maybe not perfect shot. So in the middle. And back it goes. Time for round 3. Ding, ding, ding. Go for this back one now. Oh, that was the rubbish go. That was a waste of 30p. And as you can see, I actually won one of the t-shirts. No, I didn't win one of the t-shirts. Let's just go and check out the updates. Over the past few days, there's been so many updates from Nemesis. The construction team have been very hard at work. So let's go and check out some of their hard work.
On behalf of the Phalanx, we welcome visitors to the Nemesis Observation Platform.
Earlier on today, I went up the Nemesis observation platform and got some very good views of the Nemesis construction, including all of the station repainting and this brand new Corkscrew that has gone into place. However, I'm going to blur that Corkscrew for now because I want to talk about some of the Nemesis station repainting work that has happened. Yes, the station is being repainted. It's been repainted, being repainted a grey colour, which is very interesting. Will it stay that colour? Is it a primer? I'm not too sure. Will it be painted a different colour in the next few months? In the next few weeks? It's still yet to be known, but one thing we do know is the station is being repainted, and over the past few days they've repainted some of the fake track sections. They used to be a peachy sort of white colour, I guess you could call them. A peach colour I think is more suitable, and yeah, those have also been painted grey, a darker grey than the actual station itself, but the rails have been painted red. Does that suggest that the grey colour is here to stay? I'm not too sure, but we'll keep following the updates from the station of Nemesis with a very close eye. Talking of eye, the Nemesis station eye has actually recently been removed. I mentioned this in the previous update, but I thought I'd mention it again if you didn't know. It's actually currently being stored somewhere there by the crane, with also the new track pieces which are ready and waiting to be installed on the first drop. But we'll talk about that in a little bit later on. What I want to talk about is a recent teaser that got published by Alton Towers, and it's actually over towards over towards Curse at the Alton Manor. There's like a little unused food outlet or some sort of outlet that Alton Towers used to use. That's all been boarded up now with Nemesis theming or Nemesis branding, and there's smoke pouring out. There's also rumbling noises. Does that suggest that the Nemesis beast is slowly spreading around Alton Towers? I'm not too sure. I'm sure we'll get more information in the coming days or coming months or coming weeks, I guess, about that, and even more teasers as we build up and get closer and closer to 2024 when Nemesis will be reopening. One of the most major Nemesis updates though is not only has the helix gone into place, but also the most iconic inversion on the whole of the Nemesis layout. Yes, the Corkscrew has gone into place. That went in there and got installed 2 days ago. Then following that, they actually installed the first bit of the drop. It's crazy how quick they're doing this. It's probably 96% done now. All of the rest of the layout has actually been completed. So all that they need to do now is the first drop, which goes a little bit up into the trees and a little bit around to the right. But apart from that, that's pretty much it for the Nemesis retrack. I reckon this will definitely be done 110% done by Scarefest. If not, I'll be very surprised. I've heard rumours are going around that it's going to be testing on the last day of fireworks, which is the 6th of November. That is a very reasonable time to be getting the trains on here and testing to begin on Nemesis, considering the retrack has actually pretty much been done. I reckon we can call it near to complete now, because if you look at it, it is nearly complete. Doesn't it just look so sleek with its black and red vein design on there? I can't wait to see the vibe that Forbidden Valley has in 2024, and hopefully Funk and Fly isn't here to stay. Hopefully that gets removed, or at least moved to Dark Forest, because that will kind of ruin the vibe. But over to the right, you can also see that the Lift Hill for Nemesis has been painted with a silver primer. We can only assume that that's going to be finished off in the next few days, and also that the black paint is going to be applied along with the red vein design painted along the sides of it as well, to go and fit with the rest of the track, because it'll be weird having just a silver Lift Hill and a black track. That would just look so odd. Don't do that, please. But yeah, I'm sure that will be painted in the next few days or the next few weeks. I don't think that's really a priority. I think the priority is finishing off the actual retrack, and then everything around the ride, like the theming and the painting to the station, can all be finished off. But talking of the repainting of the station, it does look very nice. What are your thoughts on the silver colour? Do you think that's just a primer, or is the silver colour here to stay? Alton Towers have actually blocked off these peepholes. So sad. The end of an era, the end of the Through the Keyhole intro. You know what I mean if you've watched the other Nemesis updates. But we can still go through the gate gap. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but we'll go through the gate gap and you can get an even better look at the iconic corkscrew that has gone into place with the genie lift there. To the left you can see the entrance, which all still remains in place. So the only update really to cover here is that they're putting the corkscrew much quicker than I initially thought. I thought that they were going to sort of slow down with the retrack for now until maybe a few months time when the summer holidays end, but no, they're still cracking on with it, which is great to see. And the reason why, if you're wondering, they've blocked off these peepholes is because of the construction workers' privacy. Right now I'm recording at the end of the day for that exact reason, so none of the construction workers can be seen. And if I do film the construction workers from the construction platform, I will blur their faces for their privacy, which I totally understand. But that's the reason why Alton Towers have blocked off those holes, because enthusiasts were getting a bit too nosy. But we can still look through this peephole, and here you can see the lovely helix that has gone into place with the black colour scheme and the red vein design that goes through. I couldn't have picked a better colour scheme for Nemesis to have in 2024. Right in front of you as well, you can see the additional support beam that has gone into place to deal with the extra stress of the Nemesis train, or the Nemesis ride. And yeah, it looks really nice. Hopefully they polish those supports and track ready for its opening in 2024, which I'm sure Alton Towers will do. Make it look all nice. Maybe give it a light sprinkling of jet wash, or just scrub it down at least so you don't have all the mud and handprints on there. Make it look nice and shiny for 2024. Also down there as well, you can see, if you're wondering, it is still flooded. The support is still flooded. So yes, they have installed it, but it's still flooded. They have to get like a vacuum, a water vacuum, to vacuum all of the water out. But yeah, the helix has all gone into place. Everything has really gone into place in terms of the track. And we'll be here in the next few months really covering Nemesis. I'm not really talking about the track, but more talking about the theme and the surrounding area of Nemesis, because once the retracking work's done, that's pretty much it for the roller coaster updates. But there'll still be loads of updates to cover from Forbidden Valley, Galactica potentially this close season, and of course the theme of Nemesis, and the constant teasers from Alton Towers that they keep on posting. They know exactly what they're doing. And from standing on this rock, you get a very good view of the Nemesis layout, including the first corkscrew that has gone into place, that first inversion, which looks very nice, and also a part of the first drop. Today also they've installed some support columns ready for the next section of track, which will be installed in the next few days, I'm pretty sure, with the rate of progress we've been seeing with Nemesis the past few months. And also a very good look at the helix there as well. A very good view. It's so weird though how the vein just starts there and ends there. I think they should have just had the vein going right through. It would have made a little bit more sense. Maybe when we go down there, because you can walk through there when Nemesis is open, you'll be able to see where the vein actually goes. But from here, it just looks a little bit odd. And yeah, there's the another part of the track which was installed pretty early in the project, and also the vertical loop as well, which has gone into place, and also the repainted station, which looks very weird in a grey colour scheme. I'm so used to seeing it with a peach look to it, whereas now it's got that grey colour scheme. It just looks so odd, but I like it. I like change, and I think it's very nice change coming to Nemesis. It needed it. I mean, next year I think it will be its 30th year anniversary. 1994 to 2024. That will be 30 years, so it's nice to see it getting the work that it really deserves. And yeah, the station, be very interesting to see not what only happens on the outside, but also the inside of the station. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of changes, including animatronics and screens and stuff, and new technology to bring Nemesis up to 2024. It'll be very exciting to see. I think I'm most excited now. I think we've seen most of the retrack. Most excited now for all of the station work and potential animatronics and visuals that we could see with Nemesis in the future. They've also blocked off this peephole, but behind there I was just standing on that rock, and you can see some of the old caging and fencing for the Nemesis queue line and in the station. And yeah, this is a very interesting point to talk about. Fun can fly here at Alton Towers. Will it stay for 2024? I hope not. I like to think that Alton Towers would take the initiative to remove it for the big opening of Nemesis next year. Potentially bring back some sort of ripsaw. Maybe we're asking for a bit too much, but maybe move it. I mean, it doesn't look too bad here in Forbidden Valley, to be fair, but when you've got a funfair ride right next to a multi-million-pound project, it just doesn't add up. Hopefully they remove it. And when you look back at the pictures of Ripsaw, it did look very good in this area and fitted the Forbidden Valley theme very well. You used to have like a Ripsaw bridge here, which you'd go past and then get back on the ride. So the queue was like up there, and you'd go across a bridge here to get to the actual Ripsaw ride. It feels like decades ago since the first piece of Nemesis track was installed, which was that track just there. So technically, that is the oldest piece of Nemesis track, well, of the new track, because you've still got the brake run and the lift hill, which will probably be looking even newer than the actual track, because that's probably going to be one of the last things to be painted on Nemesis. You saw there that the silver primer has been installed, which looks very good, and I'm very excited for the future of Nemesis here at Alton Towers. Hopefully, we get some new branding here on the walls, because this has been up since it closed back in 2022. That feels like ages ago as well. We'll have a quick peek through this hole to see what's happening. Not much, exactly the same. The track's still there. Won't bore you with this view, because I do bore you with that view in most of the Nemesis updates, but some new visuals would be nice, just to update it a little bit more, maybe add a little bit more backstory to it. And Galactica, very interesting talking point. Go and check out that video if you haven't already, talking about potential changes that could happen to Galactica in the future. Could it be rethemed to better go with Nemesis, or at least a little bit of work done? To be honest, I'd rather see Funk and Fly removed than Galactica have any changes. I think that sums it up. And there we go, that sums it up here at Alton Towers today. All of the latest Nemesis construction updates, including the installation of the first inversion, some station repainting work, and the installation of the helix. There's so much to talk about with Nemesis that I just don't want to create these construction videos that are too long, because over the next few months there's going to be so much more Nemesis updates posted on the channel, and maybe one day I'll do like a sit down video and just talk about what we could see with Nemesis in 2024 in terms of the theming and backstory, the inclusion of the Phalanx storyline to it as well, and also Nemesis Subterra, which will it be reopened next season? I don't know. Will it stay open next season rather? Reopen this season, Nemesis Subterra. It didn't really change much. It's still basically the same storyline as it was in previous years, but it has reopened, and I can't imagine Alton Towers really changing it, to be honest, and really closing it. Why would they close Nemesis Subterra, which they've just reopened it? Wouldn't make sense. But all of the construction of Nemesis is very exciting here at Alton Towers, and of course I'll be back in the next few weeks, in the next few months, to check out some more updates. I'm pretty sure tomorrow, that first drop, some more of the track will be installed, because as you saw earlier, some of the track is being stored literally in the old extended queue line for Nemesis, so I'm sure that will be installed in the next few days as well. But here from the Alton Towers car park, where no Nemesis track lays anymore, I remember coming here to Alton Towers, there used to be Phalanx trucks and Phalanx flatbeds all laid out there with all the Nemesis track, with all fencing all around. It used to be very exciting seeing the first piece arrive here at Alton Towers. They did that big video, and now we're at the point where Nemesis is probably 95-96% done. It's crazy how quick Nemesis is going. The rate of progress for this project is insane, considering at Fort Park we've got Project Exodus, which is being built, and we're only seeing footers and ground pins going there, and Nemesis is basically nearly done. It's crazy to think. But with that said, if you haven't already, do consider subscribing. Plenty more Nemesis construction updates and just fun theme park videos on the channel, which will be uploaded in the next few weeks. But here from the Alton Towers car park, that is the latest Nemesis update. See you in the next one.